Hello friends, welcome you all to the next lecture of the JCE Connect series of online lectures. We are into module 4 and dealing with the chapter centroid. So before starting the next example, which is our example number 7, wherein we have to locate the centroid of the section, just briefly let's recall what steps we have to follow. So firstly we have to analyze the given figure, locate the axis. In the second step, elementary areas A1, A2, A3 have to be found out. Then next step, we have to find the centroidal distance of those elementary areas from the selected axis. Then we can obtain the centroid of the given figure very much easily. Okay, so now let's start with this figure. Let me tell you, this question is from previous V2 question papers, as well as we have asked this question frequently in your internals also. So for the first step, we will divide this given figure into the figures of which we can easily find the area and locate the centroid, that is, divide the given figure into elementary areas. Okay, so now the given figure which was there, I have divided it into elementary areas, starting from a triangle, then a rectangle, second element, then again I have formed a triangle, and fourth one is a rectangle at the base. Okay, so these are the best 4 possible shapes in which I can divide the given area. So for the first elemental figure, which is a triangle, my area will be half base into height. Here the base is 2 meters and the height is 5 meters. No, the height is not 5 meters. Observe the figure properly. The height of the first triangle is 5 plus 1 meter, which is there at the bottom. It is 6 meters. So this is a point where I find many students doing a mistake in the initial step itself. Okay, so for the first triangle, base is 2 and height is 5 plus 1, 6 meters. Okay, then when we come for the rectangle, the width is 2 and height is, see the figure, rectangle covers the entire height. So height of the rectangle will be 5 plus 1 plus 1.5, that is 7.5 meters. Okay, be careful about these things. Then when we come to the third triangle, the height of the third triangle is now 5 meters, whereas the base width is 4 meters. So when we go to find the area of the third triangle, it will be half into base is 4 meters and height is 5 meters. Okay, don't get confused, don't take 4 plus 1 as the base of the triangle. Triangle ends, okay, at 4 meter width. Then when we come to the last rectangle, the depth of the rectangle or the height of the rectangle is just 1 meter, whereas the breadth or the width of the rectangle is 4 plus 1, 5 meters. So now this step becomes very important before you start the analysis. If you make any mistake in this step, then it will be difficult for you all to get the correct answers. Okay, so properly draw this sketch and understand how I have divided the given figure, which is a cross section of a dam or a bund section, into 4 figures of which we know the area and we can locate the centroidal distance from the selected axis. So let's move to the next step, where I am going to locate the centroidal distance of various elements with respect to the axis, which are x-axis and y-axis respectively, and the entire figure lies in the first quadrant. So first I'll start with the triangle. I'll zoom it for your convenience. So now x1 will be 2/3 of b, that is 2/3 of base, and y1 will be h by 3. Sorry, I forgot to mark that y1 there. Please, you can mark it while making the notes. Okay, once again I'll revise it. For a triangle, when you are going from an horizontal side or a vertical side, okay, it will be h by 3 and b by 3. But if you are moving away from those both sides, as in this case, okay, the x1 you are not marking with the vertical side, okay, so it will be 2/3 of base. If you mark any element from the vertical side, it will be 1/3 of base, okay. So understand this point. So x1 will be 2/3 of b and y1 will be h by 3. So second element was a vertical rectangle. Now for this rectangle, what will be our x2? x2 will be, because we are locating the centroid from the reference axis, so x2 will be 2 plus b by 2, okay. Don't forget that 2, because again we are locating the centroid of the element from the vertical axis, okay. So from the centroid we got to reach the vertical axis. How can we reach? B by 2 plus 2, that will be your x2. Then y2 will be, for a rectangle it is half of the depth, that is d by 2, and the total depth of the rectangle, as we discussed in the previous view, it is 7.5, okay. So we can use directly d by 2 for getting the y2 value for the rectangle. Then comes the third triangle. Now as we are moving away from the axis, we have to add those lengths, okay. Keep in mind, for the first figure we need not add any length because it was just next to the vertical axis. Second figure we were away, third figure we are still away. So see there how I have written x3. x3 will be 2 plus 2 plus b by 3, okay. Now why we have taken here b by 3? Because now our vertical side is the one from which we are locating the triangular centroid, okay. Centroid of the triangle we are locating from vertical side here, whereas in the first triangle, okay, it was from the hypotenuse. There we had taken 2b by 3, okay. Mark and remember this point throughout. So here x3 will be 2 plus 2 plus b by 3, and b for this triangle is 4, and when we compute y3, it is what? H by 3 plus 1. Okay, don't forget that below gap of 1 meter, your triangle 3 is not resting on the x-axis. Okay, again a key point to be noted here. Okay, your first triangle was resting on the x-axis. Look at the figure again. First triangle was resting on the x-axis, so you directly took h by 3. But this triangle, that is the third triangle, third element, the triangle is not resting on x-axis. It is 1 meter above x-axis. Hence, when we find y3, it is h by 3 plus 1 or 1 plus h by 3. H in this case is 5 meters. Hope this is clear. Now, let's come to our fourth element, which is the rectangle in the corner. Let me zoom it for you. Now, when we look at this rectangle, again x4 will be what? 2 plus 2 plus b by 2, okay, 2 plus 2 because it is located, because it matches with that triangle 3, okay, so only it is 2 plus 2, 4 units away from your vertical axis, plus b by 2, in this case b is 4 meters. So draw a sufficiently big figure, do those markings, you will properly understand the concept. Don't be in a hurry, go element wise. So in one big figure you should be able to sketch all these things, okay, because if you want to sketch them separately also, it is well and good, but it is a bit time consuming exercise, but secondly it will give you a proper and a correct output. Then for this rectangular element, y4 is equal to d by 2 directly. We need not add anything because the rectangle is lying on the x-axis itself. Okay, so x4 is 2 plus 2 plus b by 2, y4 is d by 2 for that individual element. So this is how we get x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 and x4, y4. Now our easy task, that is the tabulation. Friends, I am again requesting, these subjects are not that easy to learn through videos. I am putting my best efforts. but from your side what I expect is hardly 3 or 4 of you ask the doubts. So I can assume two things. One is that all others are understanding, or all are not understanding. If you understand, at least please put a text to me, sir, I have understood this. The concept is clear. Okay. If you have not understood, please come back with that message. I'll appreciate it, and any of your silliest doubt also I will solve. Okay, don't worry. Even if you want the revision of from the start also of the centroid topic, okay, because which will be there for your internals, you can tell me, sir, Saturday we'll call you up, I will revise the entire centroid topic for you all. Okay, but you should approach. I request you all, kindly please approach. If you have understood, just put up a message saying that, sir, I am understanding. Just that's it. Okay, please don't hesitate to ask these things. So let's move on to the table. Now table is our dear one, where we can easily tabulate all the things and get the answer. Okay, so if you become expert, directly you can start the example with this step. Okay, in the figure itself you can mark the distances properly, x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3, all of those. Directly start with this step. So see here, if you practice properly, you will save a lot of time. So now for the first triangle, as we have discussed already, let's summarize. For triangle 1, area is half into base into height. Okay, so here half into 2 is your base and 6 is your height. So we get the area. Then our x1 value is 2/3 of 2 and y1 value is 1/3 of the height, which is 6. So we get ax and ay. That is multiplication of a with x1 and a1 with y1. Okay, so in our first row we are getting a1, x1, y1. Then in the next column we have a1, x1 and then a1, y1. Now let's come to the second element, which is the rectangle. Area of this is 2 into 7.5. Again I am repeating, please be careful while taking the height of this rectangle. It is the entire height, which is 1 plus 5 plus 1.5 comes out to be 7.5. The next x2 will be 2 by 2 and y2 will be 7.5 by 2. Then obtain a2 x2 and a2 y2. Third is the triangular element, half into base, which is 4, height is 5. Then our x value is 2 plus 2, which is 4, plus 1/3 of 4, because 1/3 of base for this triangle is 4, and the 4 which is written previously is nothing but 2 plus 2, which I have explained you in the previous view. Then y is 1 plus 1/3 of 5. We get again a3 x3 and a3 y3. Then last is a rectangle. Area is 5 into 1. Okay, because the total width of the rectangle is 5 units, 4 plus 1, that is 5, and depth is 1 meter, so area will be 5 into 1. Then for this rectangle, x is nothing but 5 by 2, that is the breadth of the rectangle by 2, plus 4, 2 plus 2 4, plus 5 by 2. Then y4 value is 1 by 2 directly, which is 0.5. Then we get a4 x4 and a4 y4. Okay, then just do the summations of the required column, which is summation of a, summation of ax, summation of ay. Then our x bar formula is summation ax upon a. We get x bar as 3.856 meters and y bar as 2.706 meters. Okay, so for this internal you will be having these problems, and the internal time which is given to you all is 30 minutes, because we all know what all you have done in the previous internals. Don't be too happy about it. We all know what you all can do. Hence, from 45 minutes now, the timing is taken down to 30 minutes, and civil paper will be exactly of 30 minutes only. Okay, last time I had given you all a grace. This time exactly I will be giving you half an hour to solve the paper. Hence remember that you should have a practice, and same dimensions, same sections will not come in the internal. Similar sums will come but with different dimensions, which you will have to solve them. Okay, so hopefully this example is clear. Then one example, you can try it. Here only we have to locate y bar because it is symmetrical about the vertical centroidal axis. Hence x bar you can take directly as 24 by 2, which is 12. We need not find x bar, we have to just locate y bar with respect to x axis, which is given. Okay, so on top you have a semicircle that becomes first element, which has a radius of 6 meters. Then your second element will be a rectangle of height 12 meters, width 4 meters, and the third element will be a bottom rectangle of width 24 meters and depth 4 meters. So here you will have 3 calculations. Okay, that is 3 areas, and x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3. Solve it. I think the answer is 8.6. Let's see if anyone can correct me as you have done it last time. Okay, so as soon as you get the videos in the morning, by evening I want this answer. So hopefully you have picked up with the examples. We have nearly solved 8 examples, which should be very much sufficient. Okay, I hope that you will do these examples properly. Thank you.